Discomfort is an unavoidable part of life, yet it is often the one thing people go out of their way to avoid. It lurks in the shadows of our ambitions, challenging us to step out of our comfort zones and confront the unknown. While discomfort can feel unsettling, it is a vital element of personal growth and transformation. When we learn to embrace it, discomfort ceases to be a barrier and becomes a powerful catalyst for achieving our full potential. Human nature often drives us to seek safety, predictability, and comfort. We design our lives around routines and habits that keep us within the boundaries of what feels secure. But the paradox of this tendency is that the more we cling to comfort, the more stagnant we become. Growth, by its very definition, requires movement and change is rarely a comfortable process. To evolve, we must be willing to face challenges that push us beyond our current limits, forcing us to adapt and rise to new levels of capability. Consider the physical process of building muscle. It begins with resistance, the act of pushing or pulling against a force that challenges the body's strength. In doing so, microscopic tears are created in the muscle fibers. It is during the recovery process that these tears heal and grow back stronger. This same principle applies to mental, emotional, and personal growth. The discomfort we experience when we face adversity or attempt something new is akin to the resistance in a workout. It's a sign that we are stretching ourselves, testing our boundaries, and creating space for new strengths to emerge. Many of history's greatest innovators and leaders understood the value of embracing discomfort. They saw it not as something to fear, but as a necessary step toward achieving greatness. Take Thomas Edison, for example. When working to invent the light bulb, he encountered countless failure attempts that many would have deemed reasons to quit. But Edison viewed each failure as an opportunity to learn. The discomfort of repeated setbacks didn't deter him. It motivated him to persist. His resilience led to a breakthrough that transformed the world. The key to embracing discomfort lies in shifting our mindset. Instead of viewing it as a sign of inadequacy or a reason to retreat, we can reframe it as a signal that we are on the edge of growth. Discomfort is often a sign that we are engaging in something meaningful, something that challenges us to rise above our current circumstances. When we lean into this discomfort, we unlock a reservoir of potential we may not have realized existed. One common source of discomfort is fear of failure, fear of judgment, or fear of the unknown. These fears are natural, but they can also be paralyzing if left unchecked. By confronting our fears head-on, we begin to diminish their power over us. Take public speaking, for instance, a task that many people dread. The thought of standing in front of an audience can be intimidating, but the only way to overcome this fear is to face it. With each attempt, the discomfort lessens and confidence grows. What once seemed impossible becomes manageable, and eventually, it may even become enjoyable. Another source of discomfort is the challenge of learning something new. Whether it's acquiring a new skill, adopting a new habit, or tackling a complex problem, the initial stages of learning can be frustrating. Mistakes are inevitable, and progress often feels slow. However, these moments of struggle are where growth happens. Each misstep is a chance to refine our approach, deepen our understanding, and build resilience. The discomfort of being a beginner is temporary, but the rewards of mastery are long-lasting. Discomfort also arises when we confront truths about ourselves that we may prefer to ignore. Self-reflection can be an uncomfortable process, forcing us to acknowledge areas where we fall short or habits that hold us back. Yet, it is only by facing these truths that we can begin to make meaningful changes. Growth requires honesty, and honesty often comes with a dose of discomfort. While discomfort is a necessary part of growth, it is important to distinguish it from suffering. Discomfort is a sign of stretching and expansion, whereas suffering often stems from resistance to change or refusal to adapt. Embracing discomfort doesn't mean seeking out pain for its own sake. It means being willing to endure temporary unease in pursuit of a greater goal. It means trusting that the effort and perseverance required to move through discomfort will be worth the rewards on the other side. Discomfort is also a great equalizer. No matter how talented or successful someone is, they have faced moments of uncertainty, doubt, and challenge. What sets achievers apart is not an absence of discomfort, but their willingness to embrace it. They understand that growth is a journey, not a destination, and that every step forward requires stepping out of what is familiar and comfortable. To truly embrace discomfort, it helps to cultivate a sense of curiosity. Instead of dreading challenges, we can approach them with a mindset of exploration and discovery. What can this experience teach me? How can I grow from this? This shift in perspective transforms discomfort from something to be feared into something to be welcomed. It becomes a doorway to new opportunities and a sign that we are moving in the right direction. Discomfort is not the enemy, it is a guide. It points us toward the areas where we have the most to gain and the most to learn. By embracing it, we take ownership of our growth and empower ourselves to reach heights we never thought possible. Shifting perspectives is one of the most transformative tools we have at our disposal. It has the power to open doors to opportunities that we might otherwise overlook. Often, our default way of viewing the world is shaped by our upbringing, experiences, and beliefs. These mental frameworks help us navigate life, but they can also act as blinders, limiting our ability to see alternative possibilities. By intentionally shifting our perspectives, we can break free from these constraints and uncover solutions, opportunities, and insights that lead to growth and success. The way we perceive a situation has a profound impact on how we respond to it. Consider a challenge that initially seems insurmountable. From one perspective, it might appear as an obstacle, something to fear or avoid. But by shifting our perspective, we can reframe that challenge as an opportunity, a chance to learn, grow, or prove our resilience. This shift doesn't change the external reality of the situation, but it changes how we engage with it, and that can make all the difference. Take the story of two salespeople sent to a remote region where no one wears shoes. The first salesperson sees the situation and concludes there is no market. Nobody here wears shoes, so there's no opportunity for sales. The second salesperson looks at the same scenario and sees potential. Nobody here wears shoes, what an incredible opportunity to introduce them! The difference lies entirely in perspective. One saw limitation, while the other saw possibility. This simple story highlights the incredible power of shifting our point of view. Perspective shifts often occur when we expose ourselves to new experiences or viewpoints. Traveling to a different country, for example, can dramatically alter how we see the world. It challenges our assumptions, broadens our understanding, and encourages us to approach problems from angles we might never have considered before. Similarly, listening to someone with a vastly different background or opinion can spark insights and ideas that wouldn't have arisen otherwise. The key is to remain open to these experiences and willing to question our existing beliefs. One of the most significant barriers to shifting perspectives is the fear of letting go of what feels familiar. Our brains are wired to seek patterns and certainty, which can make it uncomfortable to challenge our assumptions. However, growth and innovation require a willingness to step into the unknown. When we hold too tightly to a single way of thinking, we risk stagnation. By loosening our grip on the need for certainty, we create space for creativity and new ideas to flourish. Shifting perspectives also allows us to empathize with others and build stronger connections. When we take the time to see a situation through someone else's eyes, we gain insight into their motivations, struggles, and values. This doesn't mean we have to agree with them, but it does enable us to engage in more meaningful and constructive dialogue. Empathy is a powerful tool for collaboration and problem solving, and it begins with the willingness to shift our perspective. Another key to shifting perspectives is asking better questions. Instead of focusing on why something won't work, we can ask, what would make this possible? Instead of dwelling on what we lack, we can ask, what resources or strengths do we already have that can help us move forward? These questions encourage us to think creatively and expansively, opening up new pathways for action. In times of adversity, perspective shifts can be particularly transformative. It's easy to become consumed by the difficulties we face, but by changing the way we view those challenges, we can find strength and purpose. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, wrote extensively about the power of perspective in his book Man's Search for Meaning. Even in the most harrowing circumstances, Frankl found that those who could find meaning in their suffering were better equipped to endure it. His insights serve as a powerful reminder that our mindset shapes our reality more than the external conditions we face. Perspective shifts are also essential in the world of innovation and problem solving. Many breakthroughs occur when someone looks at an old problem in a new way. Think about the invention of the sticky note. The adhesive used in sticky notes was originally considered a failure because it wasn't strong enough to hold items securely. However, by shifting their perspective, the inventors realized that the weak adhesive had unique applications, leading to the creation of a product that became a global success. This kind of lateral thinking is only possible when we are willing to challenge conventional wisdom and explore alternative viewpoints. Another example of perspective shifts in action can be seen in the practice of mindfulness. By observing our thoughts and emotions without judgment, we can gain a new perspective on them. This practice helps us recognize that we are not our thoughts, we are the observer of those thoughts. This subtle shift can have profound effects, reducing stress and increasing clarity. It teaches us to respond to situations with intention rather than reacting out of habit, ultimately leading to better outcomes. Shifting perspectives doesn't require dramatic life changes. Sometimes small adjustments can make a big difference. For instance, consider the simple act of gratitude. When we take time to focus on what we are grateful for, we shift our attention away from what's lacking and toward what's abundant in our lives. This shift in focus has been shown to increase happiness and resilience, demonstrating how a change in perspective can impact our well-being. Every situation we encounter has multiple layers and angles. By training ourselves to explore these different facets, we become more adaptable, resourceful, and resilient. Perspective shifts empower us to see opportunities where others see obstacles, to find solutions where others see dead ends, and to uncover strengths within ourselves that we didn't know we had. Transforming challenges into purposeful action is a defining trait of resilience and success. Challenges are inevitable in life, yet they are often perceived as roadblocks rather than opportunities. By shifting this perception and channeling the energy of adversity into meaningful action, we can turn setbacks into stepping stones toward growth and achievement. This transformation begins with the understanding that challenges are not just disruptions, but invitations to reimagine, adapt, and create. The first step in this process is acknowledging the challenge and accepting its presence. Denial or avoidance only prolongs the difficulty, while acceptance allows us to face the situation with clarity. It's important to recognize that challenges, no matter how daunting they may seem, carry within them the seeds of growth. When we approach them with a mindset of curiosity and determination, we open the door to transformation. Every challenge has the potential to teach us something valuable, whether it's a new skill, a deeper understanding of ourselves, or a greater appreciation for the resources and support around us. Action is the bridge between recognizing a challenge and overcoming it. However, purposeful action requires more than just effort. It requires intention. Purposeful action is guided by a clear sense of direction and a commitment to making progress, even in the face of uncertainty. This doesn't mean having all the answers up front, but rather being willing to take the first step and adapt as the path unfolds. Each small action builds momentum, creating a ripple effect that can lead to profound changes over time. When challenges arise, it's natural to feel overwhelmed or uncertain about where to begin. In these moments, breaking the challenge into smaller, manageable steps can make it less intimidating. Each step forward, no matter how small, brings us closer to a resolution. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. The act of taking even the smallest step generates a sense of accomplishment and builds confidence, making it easier to tackle the next step and the one after that. Transforming challenges into purposeful action also requires resilience, the ability to bounce back and keep moving forward, even when faced with setbacks. Resilience is not something we are born with. It is a skill that can be developed through practice and experience. Each time we confront a challenge and choose to act rather than retreat, we strengthen our resilience. Over time, this resilience becomes a powerful tool, enabling us to navigate difficulties with greater ease and determination. A key component of resilience is maintaining a sense of purpose. Purpose acts as a compass, guiding us through even the most difficult circumstances. When we have a clear understanding of why we are taking action, we are more likely to stay motivated and persevere. This sense of purpose can come from a variety of sources: a personal goal, a desire to make a positive impact on others, or a commitment to a larger cause. Whatever the source, purpose provides the fuel needed to sustain us through challenges and keep us moving forward. Another important aspect of transforming challenges into purposeful action is perspective. How we interpret a challenge can influence how we respond to it. If we view a challenge as an insurmountable obstacle, we may feel defeated before we even begin. However, if we see it as an opportunity to learn and grow, we are more likely to approach it with a proactive and solution-oriented mindset. This shift in perspective can be the difference between feeling stuck and finding a way forward. It's also essential to recognize that we don't have to face challenges alone. Reaching out for support from others can provide fresh perspectives, encouragement, and practical assistance. Collaboration and connection are powerful tools for navigating challenges. They remind us that we are part of a larger community and that we can draw strength from the collective wisdom and experience of those around us. Sharing our challenges with others can also inspire them to take purposeful action in their own lives, creating a ripple effect of positivity and resilience. In the process of transforming challenges into purposeful action, failure is often an unavoidable companion. But failure is not the opposite of success. It is a crucial part of the journey. Each failure provides valuable lessons and insights that can inform our future actions. By embracing failure as a natural and necessary part of growth, we free ourselves from the fear of making mistakes and open ourselves to new possibilities. The willingness to fail and learn from those failures is a hallmark of those who consistently turn challenges into opportunities. Adaptability is another critical factor in this process. Challenges often require us to rethink our strategies and approach problems in new ways. Being open to change and willing to adjust our plans allows us to navigate obstacles more effectively. Flexibility doesn't mean abandoning our goals. It means finding new paths to achieve them. This ability to adapt and innovate is a powerful skill that can transform even the most difficult challenges into opportunities for success. Finally, transforming challenges into purposeful action requires a mindset of gratitude. While this might seem counterintuitive, gratitude helps us focus on what we have rather than what we lack. It shifts our attention to the resources, strengths, and opportunities already available to us. This positive outlook not only boosts our motivation, but also enhances our ability to find creative solutions. By appreciating the lessons and growth that challenges bring, we can approach them with a sense of purpose and determination, rather than fear or frustration.